Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. This is episode 33. I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, reunited with my lovely co-host, Noelle Herzog.
We are reunited.
Thanks
here.
for coming back, Noelle. Before we start episode 33, I just want to let everyone know we are having a live podcast, 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk Live at the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. This is a brand new comedy club. They used to be opened on a few streets over. They just opened a brand new place. They have a full kitchen. No, they have a pizza oven that they built.
Ooh.
They have a rotisserie. They have a full brunch menu. They have an executive chef. They make their own mozzarella.
Oh, I'm coming.
It's going. I'm not even there. Like, I'm going to do the podcast when we're there, but I'm there for like some snacks.
Ooh, that all sounds delicious.
And guess what? We're having it on Saturday, November 2nd at 3 p.m. right smack in the middle of brunch.
That's perfect.
So, and they have a amazing brunch.
Really?
Yeah, they really do, actually. I'm excited. Maybe we could like have a little snacky poo while we record.
I'm into it. I mean, people think I do it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So tickets for that, you can get them at tracycarnazzo.com, and that will show all of my upcoming shows. Or you can go to the standnyc.com for tickets. Make sure you get them ASAP, though.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's going to be really
fun. It's going to be fun.
It's such a beautiful, beautiful comedy club.
I
Honestly, it's like
see.
breathtaking.
You always say how nice it is there.
So nice.
Yep.
And guys, in case you don't know, Noelle and I have another podcast called Teen Mom Trash Talk. And we're going to be having a live podcast for Teen Mom Trash Talk October 19th, another Saturday, 3 o'clock at Caroline's on Broadway.
Be there.
Or B Square. Caroline's on Broadway in New York City.
And we're going to be cold.
It has air conditioning.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just the idea of being at Caroline's is crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure you can get tickets for that again at tracycarnazzo.com. And you could follow me on Instagram at Trixie Tuzini, or you could follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram or Twitter. Noelle, where could we find you?
You could find me Noe_bear810 on Instagram or at Noegirl on Twitter.
Great. Okay. So let's start the podcast. We're going to start. We've been catching up. You guys have been yelling and berating us, and we've been listening.
That's right.
So we're catching up. We are going double episode until we catch up. And here we are. This is the last one before we catch up. So we're going to do The Other Way, season 1, episodes 15 and 16. And then before the 90 days, episode 6.
Not for nothing. There's a lot of episodes of The Other Way.
You know, I can't believe we've been watching this for 16 weeks.
I know. Like, I was like pretty surprised. I'm surprised it hasn't ended yet, but I love it. I don't want it to end
I don't
either.
want it to end either. So we're going to start with The Other Way, season 1, episode 15 and 16. We're going to breeze right through by person.
Okay.
So let's start off with Devon and Jihoon.
Okay, Junie.
She is on her way to Korea. The baby Taeyoung is 6 weeks old, and she has made the very wise decision of leaving Dracula behind forever.
That's a wonderful idea.
Oh, but maybe not forever.
I think she's just going to go there and make sure they have like a house first.
Oh, I guess so.
But then what is she going to do? Like send for
Well, no, her
Dracula?
parents are going to bring. Yeah, her parents are going to bring Dracula.
Oh, I mean, I would never want to be on a plane with that
Dracula?
monster for that many hours.
Her giant glasses are absolutely insane.
They're silly. Crazy. They make her look like a crazy person.
Do you know that Jihoon is 29?
No, you know, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know he was a natural redhead either.
Hilarious. He has a baby in car decal.
Right.
And he just got a haircut. But guess what he didn't do?
What didn't he do?
Prepare for anything else.
Are you surprised?
So they're going to live with his parents in one room.
That place is tiny, and I'm not like talking shit about the place. It's more like, how did they expect? They don't have the space.
She didn't even bring Dracula. Can you imagine if she brought Dracula?
No. Oh,
the car seat was not delivered.
Right, because he ordered it the day before.
Sure, and the parents are like, oh, don't worry, just carry him home. Like, are you going to strap the baby to your back and carry him home? Come on, guys. He might be late to pick them up.
I'm shocked.
So he's driving there. He's going to go to the baby store and get a car seat, but the car seat comes after he leaves for the airport.
He is every man I'm afraid of.
He was giving me such bad anxiety.
I know.
Because it's like, you had one job.
Yeah.
And
like, even now I'm like rubbing my forehead because
Yeah.
I feel anxious about it.
He has to turn around and go home, and Devon and Taeyoung have been waiting for an hour at the airport, and he's wearing Birkenstocks.
Uh-huh.
Like he's a laid back surfer and he brings the dog.
The way that the dog jumped in that little purse was the cutest thing.
So many dogs do that though. Little dogs, they jump in purses.
My dogs, I don't think would jump. Maybe Chico.
If you train them to do that, if you always carry them.
But
in their
his
bag.
dog is really cute.
His dog is so cute.
Yeah.
So he sees her. He doesn't kiss her.
No, it's like, hi.
She's like, why were you late? He's like, I had to get the car seat. She's like, I literally told you that I brought the car seat.
Right.
That's how I transported this child here in the car seat stroller.
And he's like,
She's like, but I literally told you.
Yeah, like, what's wrong with him? You know, I thought at first that she was like the problem here.
She's not.
She's not. It's him.
It's him 100%. Also, the car seat that he even bought was way too big.
Right.
I would have just sent him a link to what I needed him to buy, or I would have been like, give me your credit card because I'm going to buy
These are all
this.
classic Tracy moves.
I know. That's how you avoid this.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like you can't, like, you're not smart enough to do that yourself. Like, that makes me hate you.
Yeah. So they're going to live with his parents for a few days?
Weeks.
Months.
Yeah.
He's a delivery boy. Mm-hmm. He quit his good job to be a delivery boy because that makes more money.
He's going to make more money there.
And they're in like a very small 1-bedroom.
Which, you know, it's not like it's a terrible place. Listen, it's not a shack. It's not
messy.
Falling apart.
It is dirty and messy.
I feel like I've seen worse. Like, we'll get to it later, but like Zaid, that place is worse. You know? Like,
I've seen worse, but this is pretty bad.
This isn't, it's very cramped. It's not great, but I feel like his parents are so happy to have them there.
Are.
Like, they're making it so not awkward, at least.
They love the baby.
Yes.
So his mom said that he will get his own place, and he calls himself a childish boy.
He's right.
And he has a twin bed.
Right.
So she's going to sleep in his bed. He's going to sleep on the floor.
Right.
And the extension cord is right in the bed next to her head. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I have a secret, and it's about my money management. Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
So now they're in the dirty house, and they show people wearing masks. That's like kind of like the intro to the next scene.
Right.
People are wearing masks, and then they show the dirty house. And Jihoon is sleeping on the couch.
Because the dog,
Baki,
was howling outside of the door.
He was howling. He knocked on the door. He woke the baby up, and he was like, I can't deal with
Dad,
this.
I need you.
Right. So he's like, I'm going to sleep on the couch with the dog. She is wearing taupe lipstick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe what's happening.
I know that you have such a big problem with, first of all, with her lipstick application in general.
It's the area she applies the lipsticks. It's not her lips.
It's not the real area of lips.
It's not her lips. So now he's showing her that she has to wear shower shoes, basically because the bathroom's so slippery and dirty.
So I don't really understand how that bathroom functions. I feel like
this is what's confusing to me. I understand that things are different in different cultures.
Yeah.
But having a designated shower area, like, you know, just a shower stall or, you know, even like a corner with a drain.
Yeah.
With like a little lip of tile so that the whole bathroom doesn't get wet with a curtain is like not groundbreaking technology.
Here's the thing. I feel like even like Jenny and Sami have that.
No.
They have a corner.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like, I don't understand why everyone just can't have that, because they have the water, they have the shower head.
But I feel like she didn't know this. Didn't Jihoon come to her house in America and was like, how does this shower work? Because I don't know what this is. This is so different. Remember. You know?
So, I don't know. They just have bad living conditions. Yet, they have a bidet.
I want that.
I don't want that. I feel like it's going to make your butt wet. And then what do you dry off with, a towel?
But a lot of people use baby wipes, and that makes your butt wet.
Not like a freaking squirt to the butt.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't think that there's something so bad about it. I don't need him to tell me how clean everyone's anus is.
He says, yes, it's a bidet. And this is a quote, to clean my ass.
I always thought bidets were to clean your front.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then he said, this is another quote from him. You have natural anal. And then this is another quote from him. My whole family anal is so clean.
He's just so weird.
But he likes saying that because remember when they were changing the baby? He was like, is that his anus?
Yeah.
It must be like a word he learns in English. And he
right.
loves
So
it.
now he can't stop saying it.
There is a sign on the bathroom
Oh,
like it's a
I know.
public
Like
bathroom.
a male-female sign.
Like everyone could use this bathroom.
Like you're all allowed.
So now he takes her to the fish market, and his mom's like, are you going to make her try the live octopus? Now, I knew what was going to happen right there because I've seen this before. We all watch travel shows. His mom has a cold, so she has a mask on. And I got to tell you, I've never respected her more.
Agreed. Right. So I love that. Now, when I saw her with the mask on, I always wonder why. Like, I see a lot of, especially predominantly, like Asian people walking around Manhattan with masks on. And Matt was telling me it's because the pollution. They're so polluted, like in Asia, that's why they wear it here. They're just used to it. But I didn't even think when I saw her with it, I was like, oh, maybe I guess she was outside the pollution. And then she's like, I'm sick. And I'm like, I love you.
Yeah, that's great.
I love you.
She's like, yeah, I don't want to get the baby sick.
Yeah, that was really nice of her.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to the fish market and they're looking at this fish he's like, yeah, look, it looks like a sausage.
Yeah, I don't.
And then it's squirted. I hated that thing.
I know.
I was terrified.
It was like nightmares.
So now they cut the octopus and it still moves and you eat it, right? Mm-hmm. I would have said I was allergic.
Yeah, but also it's like, why are you trying to shock me?
Because we're on TV.
Okay, I'm in Korea. I get it. You guys eat different than me, but
he's like, it's good for your high blood pressure.
Yeah, okay, good.
So now he says that, does he have money? Because he said that he's a delivery boy, but he makes $4,000 a month.
I don't know, but I feel like the cost of living is way higher there.
I don't know. We don't know. But you know who should get a job with him? If he's making $4,000 a month, I think Ronald should get a job with him.
So this way they could afford a nice place.
He has no savings.
$0.
And he has debt.
So he was $30,000 in debt.
But now it's $5,000.
Even still, that to me, $5,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a ton of money.
Yep.
And he said that he used, not really for debt, to be honest with you.
No. But for me, just in general, when I think of $5,000, I think it's money. It's a lot of money to me. It's something I could be doing something else with.
Absolutely. He used to sell illegal used phones, and then the police fined him $15,000 and the interest was double. So that was $30,000.
I think that she's starting to realize maybe this wasn't the best idea. I mean, I'm not really sure what the red flags were.
She looks like she regrets everything.
Yeah, but I don't blame her. But also, maybe don't get pregnant.
Just saying.
On the first night you met someone.
Speaking of not getting pregnant, let's talk about Tiffany and Ronald. They've been married for 6 weeks and he wants to go and get a car part. Mm-hmm. But she keeps his wallet. She keeps all his credit cards, and she's controlling him. So she takes her off the shoulder dress, right?
I mean, can she ever cover her shoulders?
They're hot, man.
I'm getting very offended by this.
She has shoulder fever.
She thinks that's her best asset is her shoulders. I'm telling you. Yeah. And she's pregnant.
She is preggo. So now she's like, I'm going to come with you to get this car part.
Well, because she doesn't feel comfortable with him going to the store alone.
Yeah, because he's going to buy gambling.
I've had it with her. She's had it with her.
So he's driving super crazy, and they find out that she doesn't bring her purse to the store.
Right. I mean, but that's her own fault.
And she tells him to shut the F up.
Right. I don't think that he's wrong in this situation. I don't.
Nope. And he's driving super crazy.
Because he's pissed.
Because he's mad. Now, we go back to the house. The drapes are awful. I've never seen someone decorate a house so terribly.
I noticed the teal walls, and I think I blacked out.
There's doilies around the light switch covers.
Yeah, it's a very eclectic.
It looks like
house.
A bad dollhouse.
Yeah, it's a weird house.
It's
That's like the very pink outside of the house. Yeah,
terrible. So he apologizes, and she said that he isn't allowed to hold his own cards. Now, something that I noticed about her, because she does bare her shoulders so much.
Right.
Her bra is so tight.
I know. It's like, and I know that bothers you because it's cutting off her circulation.
It's digging into her shoulders.
He has no balls. I'm just going to put this out there.
Well, guess what? She said that he made her go through a lot, and she said that it's hard to be with him.
Well, then guess what? She should have never have married him and moved or not moved to South Africa. And that's it. I'm so tired of her throwing the past in his face. She is going to convince him that he's going to relapse so hard that he's going to.
He's going to relapse. Had Paul and Karini.
I don't want to see them anymore.
No, I got to tell you, I think that the problem with this whole like just 90 Day Fiance in general is that they play certain couples out.
Right, that's the thing. Like, let it go. Like Russ and Pow, I was
Played
so
out.
over them.
It's like you can't be on every season.
Right.
Give
like,
me brand new people every season. Give me a little update at the end of the year.
Thank you.
And like get to the point. So Paul's sitting on these beautiful tile steps actually, and he FaceTimes his mom, and he says that he wants to come home, and his mom is like, "Oh no, thank you. Why? I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Oh, the phone's breaking up. My phone's disconnected.
Bye.
I died.
Oh my
Here,
God, I died.
hold on to my
America's
hair.
Gone. America sunk in.
I'm so glad you have a lock of my hair.
So his residency got approved, which just goes to show you how great the security is in Brazil. And he's going to get his work visa.
He's not going to get his work visa.
So now they're going to show like the landscape of the area. So they zoom out to rubble and a garbage barge.
I mean, listen, the only thing I will say about this is I believe that Paul seems much more comfortable there than Corey does in Ecuador. Like, he walks around, he talks to people.
He gets on a 5-day boat ride. Sure. He talks to people. He's like, hello, I am bulletproof vest. Yes? You shoot me here with gun. Boom, boom, bang, bang.
Oh,
it's because
funny.
there's a sensor broken in his brain.
There's something wrong with him, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now Karini's in labor, and her dad told him, he was like, your wife's in labor. So he goes to the hospital, and I got to tell you, I wonder if they're making it like her and her mom went to the real island, you know, like the mainland or whatever. Manaus, I think it's called, right?
Yeah.
They're saying like they went there so that she could file for divorce. But I'm wondering if they went there so that she made sure that she gave birth there, because remember, where she lives, they don't really have the technology.
But even so, even where she gave birth was terrible.
Right, but
But no, you're right though. They're right. She went to the big city.
That's it. So he goes to the hospital, and she told him to leave and go get her some stuff. He probably had to go get her some stuffed animals.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Maybe, I mean, the way that she hoards in that apartment is crazy. The stuffed animals.
She is a 16-year-old girl.
So he probably went to go get her like a
Wet
Little Mermaid. Right. A Little Mermaid stuffed animal, some Wet and Wild lip gloss, some butterfly clips.
So she doesn't want him there. And there's a beware of dog sign on their apartment.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So now he packs 2 giant bags. Like he's going to like they're basically like cargo crates to go back to the hospital.
What if there's an embargo at the hospital?
She's in labor. She's doubled over in pain.
Okay, that made me never want to give birth. I know that I have a phobia about this and I talk about it a lot, but this is the reason why.
Why?
Did you see the way she was doubled over?
Yeah, it's painful, but then she gives birth and she's fine. So now
I think also I was terrified of where she was.
Paul's like, hello, and she goes, shut up, Paul.
But that kind of meant that she wanted him to stay. You know?
No, she did want him to stay, but it's like, stop asking me. Just let me be in pain.
But you know what?
You know when you're in so much pain that you feel like you're going to faint?
Yes.
And like people are like, hey, what can I do to help you?
And you're like, I can't even hear noise
stop
right
talking.
now. Yes.
You can stop talking.
So I was like, something happened recently. I had like an air bubble. You know how sometimes I get these very painful air bubbles?
I have to burp you.
Matt was talking to me. Mm-hmm. And I was like giving him like the shut up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, just be here. Mm-hmm. Don't speak and it'll go away.
Yeah.
Like I can't have you speak to me. But Paul was being really nice, actually.
He was being nice, but he's also so annoying in life. They're both in socks and flip-flops.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's like the footwear of Brazil. And she's going to give birth now, and she's dead naked with just a towel covering her boobs.
But I'm into it. I feel like I want to be dead naked, too.
Really? I need like
birth.
a little bit of something. The baby is coming out. There's no doctors. So they put her, finally the doctor comes, they put her on a metal tray.
I don't know what hospital is worse, this one or Olga's.
I think Olga's was worse.
Because
Olga's was worse because you had to go there and just wait.
Olga's looked like it was at a hostel. Yeah,
but Olga's was like, you're not in labor. You just have to wait here forever.
Well, I got scared with this one because there was no doctor. It's oh, never mind.
So they put her
doctor.
on this cold metal tray, like they're taking her to the morgue. And they take her into the delivery room. Paul's crying. Paul is screaming, right?
Right.
The baby comes out. She did a great job.
And
like, don't you see that part and you're like, oh, okay, and then it's over.
I feel like that's the easiest part, to be honest with you. I feel like labor is the worst part.
Yeah, but it goes away. Like,
right.
Could you not be in pain for 10 hours?
No, I could do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could be in pain for 10 hours.
I think it's more like I see her like bent over like that,
right,
and it's like, what's happening to you?
The baby's lowering itself. You're like, your whole body is changing. So yeah, you gotta just like, push through, I guess.
You're gonna have to like for real coach me.
I got you.
Yeah.
So now Paul sees the baby and he's like, yes, the baby's so white. I don't need a DNA test. I was going to get a DNA test, but now I don't need a DNA test. It's like, could you imagine you give birth and Matt is like, oh, thank God the baby's mine.
So embarrassing.
Get away from me.
But it's so embarrassing.
Okay, so now she's breastfeeding the baby right away, right? They put the baby right on her. She's breastfeeding.
Which is really good for the baby.
Adorable.
Yep.
Now, her mom is feeding her while she breastfeeds her. Is she feeding her a block of Spam?
Okay. She was feeding her a block of something brown. But, I was more thinking like, that's going to be me and Tracy.
I'm going to be baby bird feeding.
You are going to be bird feeding. You're going to be wet nursing me.
I can breastfeed you while you breastfeed the baby.
That's fine. Inception, right?
But what is she? Oh, she always feeds her the weirdest
No,
things.
I don't know what that was. It looked like a rock.
2 episodes ago, she was feeding her something that looked like purple yogurt with sprinkles on it.
And she was having tuna with raisins a few episodes before that. I don't know. That poor girl.
All right, well, let's talk about Corey and Evelyn. This is a really quick. They were barely in either of these episodes.
Yes.
So his dad died.
Right. Yep.
He had pancreatitis.
Right.
He was 62. And I got to tell you, in his confessional, when they were doing the interview, it looked like they beamed him in. He was in front of like a crazy green screen.
So I noticed that with Jihoon too at one part. Yep. I was like,
your house
doesn't
so
look good.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's what, it looked like shoddy.
Yeah.
It looked like an SNL skit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So she's being like kind of okay to him, but
she was okay. She was as warm as she can be.
Her eyelashes are the worst.
The worst.
They make her whole face look crooked.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Like strips of eyelashes. Her and Karini,
they're wet and wild eyelashes. Yeah,
but they're not even straight.
No, it's so bad.
So he said that Evelyn meant a lot to his dad.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
That was called delusion. That was called you remember things the way you want to because now your dad's dead.
Right.
So no one's there to prove you wrong.
Yeah, because that's not true. It's like, okay, and then you showed one clip of them hugging.
And there was like one time they hugged.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. My dad never forgot that.
Here's the thing. I like Corey. I feel like as someone who's lost a parent, like I could totally empathize. But when I saw he was doing a Q&A on Instagram and someone was like, how can we be there for you and stuff? And he was like, you can get a cameo from me.
Yeah.
Gross.
I know. He was
You're
a little
disgusting.
Bit much. So Evelyn can't come to the U.S., so he has to come alone. Now, I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but rumor has it is that Evelyn tried to come to the U.S. and they sent her back.
Why?
When she flew in. I don't know because I guess she doesn't have a visa, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Okay.
Speaking of rumors, let's talk about Jenny and Sumi. Sumi. Everyone goes to a fancy dinner.
Right.
And Christina and her wife look like they are twins.
Yeah, they do. They look so much alike.
He said that he's always thinking of her.
Right.
And they said, listen, if you're always thinking of her, you love her so much, then why don't you tell your parents?
Right.
And he's like, well, I'm doing a ring ceremony with her, aka an engagement party.
He's so full of it.
And Jenny is, I don't even know what I wrote there.
Okay, that's fine. But so they said they were going to
Jenny's the wife's name too. That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Christina's
So I think
it's
like is she Jen and the other one's Jenny or something? I think we should just call her Jen so I don't get confused.
That's fine. He's not inviting his family to the ring ceremony. So if they're not inviting her family or his family, who's going?
That I was wondering that. I guess I don't know.
So he told them, he's like, listen, I can't invite my family because if I see my family get upset, I'm going to break up with Jenny and tell her I never want to see her again.
Right. So here's the thing. And she's just sitting there like a damn fool when he says this.
Why is he even saying this?
But why is she allowing this?
This is insane.
Yep.
Now, something that I was like kind of shocked about.
I know what you're about to say.
Christina said that her mom was so upset that she was gay and she didn't talk to her for a few months when she came out.
I'll tell you, it changed the way I looked at Jenny.
I was shocked at that because I thought Jenny was like super cool,
fun and cool, like opening. She seems to love her daughter and her daughter-in-law so much.
And
she
it took
basically
you months
cried.
to come around.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I could understand if you said like, oh, I was upset because maybe this isn't the life that I wanted for my daughter because it's so hard to be gay, or like something like that.
Right. If she was just like, we live in an area that's so antiquated,
that I know
people are going to give you a hard time.
Exactly. And I don't want that to happen to you.
That's understandable. But she had such a problem with it. And I love that her daughter was like, well, I'm still going to be who I am, whether you like it or not.
Sure. Because she said in a few months she came around. Also, you live in Palm Springs, Jenny.
But also, like, I don't know. It changed my view of her.
Same.
Yep.
So Christina and Jen stayed for a week and now they have to go. They've been together for 7 years.
Yeah.
So Jenny has 2 months left on her visa and they're trying to convince her to stand up for herself.
Right.
And she said that she has to give him time.
How much time can you give someone?
I don't know, but her daughter thinks that she's brainwashed.
I like her daughter. I think her daughter is like no nonsense, and that's what I like about her. And I think Jenny needs that in her life.
Sure.
Like I don't know if I'd say I feel bad for Jenny because like she's been letting this go on for so long.
Yep.
But I feel like she wants it to work so hard. So that's what makes me feel sad for her.
Yeah, me too. And he said that his parents will get very hurt. But he said, I will marry you. And he said it's hard because of his parents. But Sumi won't even look her in the face.
He's standing there against the wall, basically like he's giving a confessional in a police station. Yep. And she's not even like holding her, nothing.
She only has a tourist visa.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
Dun, dun, dun. The secret comes out.
He's married.
What?
I have to tell you, you always know what they're going to say when they have a secret. I didn't see that one coming.
I saw it because I read about it the week before.
You told me.
Yeah, but I was like...
If I didn't know, I would never have known.
I agree with you. Let's talk about Laura and Aladdin.
Laura and Aladdin.
Sure. In Tunisia, they went lamb shopping.
I want to go lamb shopping.
I don't want to go lamb shopping.
I want to go lamb shopping.
She wants a hotel so that they could jiggy.
Okay, but don't you think she's a little too focused on jiggy? First of all, stop calling it jiggy. You're a grown woman. Not you, her.
No, yeah, I know.
You know?
So he said, listen, you got to play the game here.
Right.
You have to, like, on the third day. Sorry, I was going to sneeze.
I know you were. It was funny.
On the third day.
Right.
So they have a 3-day wedding, and on the third day, the wife loses her virginity.
Right.
He's like, so just, like, hang out.
Right.
And she's like, you remember my purple microphone?
I didn't throw it out.
I kept it.
Mm-hmm.
I lied with my cold shoulder top.
What's wrong with her?
And he's like, yeah, stop lying to me.
Stop lying. Stop talking about our intimate life on national TV.
And she's like, okay, fine. I'll throw it out again.
And she was not going to. She said she lied again.
Right. And now Aladdin has an amazing quote. This is my favorite.
What?
He said, I am very good man in the sex.
Uh-huh. But like, also like, I don't care. He could be a great layer or not. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Sure.
But I am tired of her stressing about it because it just makes me feel like she's creepy.
She is creepy.
Yeah, it's just gross.
She's
like,
grossing me out.
Because that's all she cares about with him. She cares about the way he looks and that a young man wants her.
Yeah, gross.
Yep.
So they pick out a sheep and they put him in the pickup truck, and her son is coming.
Yes.
And her son straight up is like disrespectful.
He's an asshole too.
See, you loved him, and I was like, there's something wrong.
You know
with
what?
him.
I loved him, but I felt like he was almost like being nasty to his mother so she would stay.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's why I felt bad for him, because I feel like if I lived with my mom and one day she was like, I'm moving to Zimbabwe for a man, I'd be like, what is wrong with you?
Sure.
You know? So I felt like that's what he was being. But he was so rude and disrespectful.
Yep. Her son straight up calls him Aladdin.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yep.
Aladdin is nervous to meet Liam, and Liam shows up like he is like a rock star that's on crack.
Uh-huh.
He shows up with the blanket from the airline wrapped around him with shorts on and a cowboy hat. And he looks like a crazy person.
He does.
And so Aladdin goes, hey, cowboy.
Which I think is so funny.
He must have gained 50 pounds in 2 weeks.
I know.
He asked, Aladdin is like, so did you bring your tuxedo for the wedding? And he goes, hey, cowboy, where's your horse? He's like trying to make like sillies with him.
Yeah.
And he just looks at him.
He wasn't at all open.
So he's like, so bro, you want to meet my family? And he's like, no, I don't want to meet your family. I'm tired.
And meanwhile, Aladdin's like, I'm trying so hard. Like
he was legitimately trying to be
No,
nice.
he was. I have to tell you, like Aladdin has grown more on me than he did before. And I think that he's just trying to have a normal wedding and please everyone. Sure. And they're making it really difficult.
Let's talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 6. And we're going to start off with my least favorite couple. Another one that we don't need to see more of, Angela and Michael.
Okay, I mean, I've had enough. Do they put her on because she's like a drama factor or something? Like gross.
So they're driving back from the airport. She's smoking in the car with the windows up.
Oh, I saw.
And they're trying to tow his car. They put iron spikes. So it's like these illegal tow truck guys. He was parked in like some area that he wasn't supposed to be.
Right.
So
but it was within like 30 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we see.
That's true.
So there was a big fight. And the airport security comes and breaks up the fight.
Right.
And because there's a lot of scammers in Nigeria.
No way.
Really?
Right. We aren't watching one named Michael now.
Angela loved the fight.
She was like turned on by it, which is
She literally
weird.
said she was turned on.
It's weird.
She said, this is a quote, my baby's balls drop.
Yeah. And but she's another, like an older, creepy lady. She's like creepy. Touching him in the car. And it's like gross.
Yeah. So she said it was a major turn on, and she brings the handcuffs and the Trump boxer briefs.
I can't.
She brings body paint and she eats it off his belly button.
But is that like a thing? Do people really do this stuff?
Yeah. No. This is like a really gross thing that they talk about on the Newlywed
But that's
show.
what I mean. I feel like she's like, ooh, this is like so cool. This is like what it means to be sexual. And it's like, it's just gross.
You're trying too hard.
Yeah.
So now she's screaming, where's my lip gloss, Michael?
And then she goes, he's all about the white chocolate.
Oh, God. So he's still grounded from going out on his birthday.
Mm-hmm. I mean, get over it.
But they're going to go on a boat cruise, right?
Right.
But she said that he posts too many pictures with other girls.
That girl that was in the picture with the boat couldn't have been further away from him.
I don't even think he knew who she was.
No, I don't even know if she was really a girl. That's how far away she was. Right.
So he's eating fried chicken on the way to the beach.
Which is relevant.
While he's driving. And it's a 1-hour drive. She's like, how long am I going to be in this car?
He said 5 hours.
So she sent him $60 before his birthday because, again, she made him quit his job.
Right.
And she supports him. And he went out to eat for his birthday.
He's not allowed to, apparently.
So now, this is the only thing that I agree with Angela.
Tell me.
Okay. So she says to him, hey, Michael, when was the last time you were on a boat? Have you ever been on a boat before?
Right.
And he says, yes, I have been on a boat when I was young with my uncle.
Right.
And she's like, so you haven't been on a boat since then?
And he's like, no.
No.
So he was lying.
He was straight up lying. He posted a picture on Instagram, though.
No, I know, but it's like also like, Angela, how old are you? Who cares?
Okay, but Michael, you posted it on Instagram.
But I just feel like, who cares?
But why lie for no reason?
Why are you even asking about it?
It's like, he's going to lie.
You know? Right.
And there's like a girl, that's what you were talking about, the picture of the girl in the background. Yeah. She's mad. So she told him to get his own hotel room. And he's like, listen, I'm not lying. But guess what, Michael?
You are lying.
You're lying.
I mean, listen, he lies entirely too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not even playing the game well.
But it's more like, why do you keep asking? What do you expect from him? You know what you're doing.
He's a Nigerian scammer.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
He doesn't love her. He's like, this is gross, but I got to do what I got to do to get to America.
Yeah.
So let's talk about my least favorite couple, the most cringeworthy stuff here. Rebecca and Zayed.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know. Is it Zayed or Zaid?
Who cares?
Okay. That's fine.
They're staying over at his parents' house, and they open the door, and she broke a dish.
I would have walked out. I would have turned around.
Why did they open the door like a little cracky mouse?
I don't know.
And peek out.
Yeah, there was nothing. And it's like, she said, I broke a precious heirloom.
Oh, shut up.
But I don't know. Did you?
No. So now they're eating dinner. And now this is the craziest part. So do you remember Azan's house in Morocco?
Azan. Yes. With his family. They were so nice to Nicole.
They were
I remember.
Super nice to Nicole. But remember something. Like, their houses look so similar.
Yeah.
So it's these benches around the edge of the house.
Yes.
It's almost like you're always in a hookah bar.
Yes.
Now I understand why hookah bars just have benches
really
around the...
funny. Yeah.
They always have benches with these cushions around the edges. Like, they don't have a couch.
Right. Okay.
So that's where they eat. That's where they sit. Like
that's where they hang out.
That's
right.
it. That's like they eat on the couch. There's no like table.
Yeah, I mean it's so small in there.
So they ate over there, and they're like, "Oh, have you ever had couscous before?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've had it in Morocco."
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, maybe just say, "Oh yeah."
You should have been like, "Yes, it's delicious."
Thank you so much.
Why do you have to bring up Morocco?
What's in it?
My friend's mom makes that dish. As I was watching it,
What is it?
So it's couscous, but she'll take like a chunk of meat usually,
meat.
right? Like say like a shank bone or whatever. She takes meat and then she takes whole vegetables and peels them, like one whole carrot, whole zucchini, whole everything, and she stews them and then she puts them with the juice on top of the
it's like
couscous.
stew.
It's so good.
That's delicious.
It's so good, but it's like it's made with like Moroccan spices. It's delicious, like not heartburny.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's so good. They serve it with like shepherd salad.
Yum.
Yeah.
Let's make that.
Yeah.
So Zayed was like, yeah, she's had it in Morocco with her ex-husband.
But why? Why do we have to do this? You know?
She said that she lives in Georgia, but she misses him. And he tells his dad, she wants me. That's a quote. They want her to erase her tattoos.
And I mean, he should have just said, yes, she can. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
They
Well,
don't
I
know.
think he did say that, right?
Well, he said it's very expensive.
Yeah. So they stayed with his parents, and he slept with his mom. And she thought that the rock on top of his dresser, because she stayed in his bedroom, was a potato.
So when they were showing her before she went and grabbed it, I said, is that a potato up there? I thought the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So she found her Ziploc of artifacts. Rebecca artifacts.
What her face was supposed to look like.
Right? So she smells her own scarf. She takes it out of the bag and she smells it. They live in the smallest apartment. And
I couldn't live in that apartment by myself. It's that small.
So the dad was born in that
Yeah.
and there's no shower.
Yeah. Well, that explains the hair.
That's why he's so dirty.
Hair. Yeah.
But let me ask you a question, Noelle. We're going to say it again.
Okay.
Why can't we figure out showers?
I don't know.
It's not hard. It's not hard though.
Right.
It's
I know.
just tiles. You guys love tiles.
Right.
Arabics love tiles.
They do. They have the prettiest tiles.
Guys,
Yeah.
make a shower.
Make a
You just
shower.
make it out of tiles. There's no other
It's not
ingredients for showers. Tiles. That's the main ingredient. for
Tile
showers.
and water.
And water. You have water. You have tiles.
You have tile.
Make a shower.
Yeah.
I could probably teach you how to make a shower.
Yeah, you could.
Let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
Should we go overseas teaching people how to build showers?
Sure.
Your dad was a tile guy.
Yes, he was. Yeah. And you could build one. Your dad was a carpenter.
Noelle.
Yeah.
You know how people bring religion to other countries?
Yes.
Can we bring showers?
Yes, because I just want these people to smell good. Because you know, Zayed's hair is like,
the
you
dirtiest
could
thing I've
fry
ever
an
had.
egg on it.
Yeah, that's gross. So he's hanging laundry outside with his mom.
But how are they washing? Oh, yeah. They probably have a washing machine and no shower.
Right. So his mom cracked me up.
I like his mom. She
They were
seems
like,
cute.
"Hi." So he's like, so what do you think of her? And she says the funniest thing.
What?
She goes, oh yeah, she's as we expected.
She's so funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we knew you weren't going to bring home a prize, guy.
But I like that she's like, you know, we want better for our children than what we have.
Well, she says she wants him with a young Tunisian woman.
Right.
And he's in a David Bowie shirt. And, right, is that what he was
wearing? Okay, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
right? He was in a David Bowie
and
shirt.
he tells her, listen, Mom, I'm going to propose to her and I'm going to move to the USA. And she's like, okay, that's fine. We want you to be comfortable.
Right. And he's like, you know, plenty of Tunisians migrate there.
Right.
And it's like, okay, but why don't you just say you love her?
He's not saying that.
Right. No.
And he said that she will take care of him.
Right.
Now, I got to say something.
Yeah.
If you had to marry an older woman from
Yeah.
America, she's not bad.
She's not a bad catch.
Yeah.
I'd rather marry her than Angela any day of the week.
No, Rebecca's pretty.
Rebecca's pretty. She doesn't seem
Her name
too
is Rachel.
disturbed.
Rebecca. Oh,
Rebecca.
yeah.
No,
Why
it's
can't-
Rebecca.
Why do I always think it's Rachel?
I don't know. But she doesn't seem too disturbed. She had a nice house. She seems like a regular person.
She's regular. She just
Yeah.
likes marrying young guys
Yes.
from Arabic countries.
Yes.
Let's talk about someone who's not regular. Jennifer and Tim.
That's exactly who I had next
Okay,
to.
but her nose ring is weird.
She's pretty.
She's really pretty, but her nose ring's not even sparkly. It's just big and a ball.
I feel like I can't picture it in my mind.
You got to look at it again.
Yeah.
So they just fell asleep.
What is this guy's deal?
I don't know, but he's sitting on the couch. He's got his legs crossed.
Mm-hmm. He's a lady man.
And he's like, listen, I made you eggs. How are they? And he did not salt the eggs. She's like, they would be better with salt.
Right. And he's like, no.
He doesn't even try to kiss her.
He doesn't even seem like he's into her at all.
He says, this is a quote, I want to get romantic with you.
Right. That would creep me out.
And she says, I want you to conquer me.
Right.
And he was like, what?
He ain't the one to conquer you, sweetie.
No. So she lives with her grandparents and he's going to meet them.
Right.
She lives in like a pretty big city.
Yeah.
And he's going to go meet the grandparents. They are old.
They are mummies. They are mummified.
They're like 125 years old.
Grandpa is a mummy.
And they're just staring at him.
I know.
Violet is napping, and she's basically wearing like a stripper Fashion Nova dress.
Well, what the hell? You're wearing a bodycon dress to your parents' house.
To your grandparents' house. Right away, the grandfather's like, all right, so we're on TV. I'm supposed to ask these questions.
Right.
Okay.
Let's just start rattling them off.
Number one,
right.
What are your intentions?
Because he's like, hi, I'm Tim. And it's like, what are your intentions?
Right. And it's like, Grandpa, not yet. That wasn't yet. And he's like, whatever, listen, I'm 127 years old.
I don't have much time left.
I have been dead for 17 years. Please. They're literally like drilling him, and he won't look at anyone.
No.
He won't even smile.
Mm-mm. He doesn't like her.
When you don't know the language and stuff, you need to smile.
Yes.
Because people don't know how you are.
I feel like he has some very deep-rooted issues. He is maybe gay. I'm not 100% sure. And has to go after these beautiful women.
So that he
has
a
like
lot
a
of gay
beard
guys do that.
almost.
Yep. So they want to get to know him. And they're like, have you ever been to Colombia before? He's like, yeah, I actually have been living here for the last 50 years.
Right. What is he thinking?
He says, I've been here 5 times.
Who just randomly goes to Colombia 5 times?
Right. But also you don't give the new information to her grandparents and not to her.
Right. Because she's like looking like, what are you talking about?
Right. So he came there 5 times to, this is a quote, visit friends. Mm-hmm. So it turns out his last girlfriend was Colombian.
I'm shocked. He seems to have a type, you think?
Okay. So they show the picture of the ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. What is she wearing in this picture?
Which one? They're in front of a private plane.
There's a picture of her in an army. It's a camo crop top. It's like a bikini top. Like it's like a, I don't even know, like a army bandeau top.
Oh, okay.
And I got to tell you, his ex doesn't not look like her.
Right.
He had Eminem hair.
Oh my God. Okay, but I have to tell you, it was like Neve on Catfish, the blonde. Yep. I like it a little bit.
Oh, so the Colombian ex texted him out of the blue.
Right, but that's what I mean. What timing?
Why is he telling her everything? He said he's going to tell her everything, but why?
But he didn't even respond to the text, so why are you telling her?
Right, don't say anything. Now she's wearing a pink fur coat.
Mm-hmm.
It is fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he's really stressed because he has a big secret. And they're sitting in this restaurant, but both of them are soaking wet.
Right.
They both have super wet hair.
Well, I don't know if it's because it's really hot and they're sweating. Or if it was raining. Right, or if it was raining.
No, I don't think it was sweating because her hair was like soaked from
They would not stop drinking out of these cups.
Maybe it was really hot then. And it was...
No, because I think that was like alluding to what was going to happen because it was like they were like focusing on these cups.
I see. So his ex is from Bogota. For 2 years, they lived together. Mm-hmm. I wonder how his ex-fiance with the kid.
I was thinking that too. Right.
So she wants to see the text. And
I thought that his big secret was about his ex.
Me too.
Yeah.
So he has his ex in the phone as Mommy. M-A-M-I.
But that's what I call you.
You do call me that.
I do.
And Jennifer throws her drink in his face. Hilarious.
But do you think that was like necessary?
That was scripted. It was amazing.
Stupid.
Let's talk about someone no one cares about.
I mean, come on.
Caesar and Maria. So Maria's going to be
there.
Why
are we doing this,
you know? Maria's going to be there tomorrow. Do you remember a few seasons ago, there was a girl that was, she was a Mexican girl and she was she had an Arabic boyfriend and she was going to move there, and then like they broke up before she went there, and she was in like 2 or 3 episodes. She was a stripper, her mom was a stripper, her grandmother was a stripper. I don't
think I saw that season.
They only showed like 2, you probably wouldn't even remember.
It was off? Okay.
And then it was over,
yeah.
and it's like, this is how I feel about Caesar and Maria.
Well, because there can't be much more storyline to this.
Right. So Maria will be there tomorrow. Right. So he FaceTimes with his friend Jeremy.
Right.
And saying like at 9 a.m. she lands, and then he's going to go there with flowers to the airport wearing a suit. But he hasn't spoken to her in 4 days.
Right, but he's still so convinced she's coming?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
So the flight is canceled.
Right.
But it says, when she says the flight's canceled, she shows it says reservation canceled.
Right. Right.
Meaning like you canceled the flight.
Right. That's what I don't understand.
He's like, why would you tell me this? The flight was yesterday.
Right.
So he calls the airline, and this phone call. Now, he might have had a real phone call with the airline, yada, 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 but this wasn't it.
No, it wasn't.
This was an actor reenacting a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that the payment was declined for insufficient funds.
But now.
And so you never had the flight. So you never had confirmation of the flight.
So you couldn't have ever had confirmation. Then what did you send her exactly? Because there have been times in my life that I've gone to buy things and my card has been declined and I can't buy them.
Right. You don't get a confirmation email.
Right. So I feel like that was...
So you don't have a flight number.
None of that made sense to me. That's why I think that's horseshit. None of it makes sense to me.
Yeah, they needed to do a better job.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my favorite people to talk about on this entire show. Darcey and Tom.
I want to live with Darcey.
I want Darcey to have a Rock of Love style dating show, and I want to watch her fall in love with every single one of the contestants.
Everyone.
I want her to sleep with every single one of them. I want her to throw herself at them. I want to see her outfits.
Her outfits, that's the best part of watching her.
It's
is
like,
what she's going to wear.
Next.
Yeah.
So they're going to Albania, and Tom has been holding back. But let me tell you what
else
happened.
is new.
They took it to the bedroom.
Gross.
You know what's even grosser, Noelle?
What?
Tom's ankle is swollen, and he says that it's from vigorous lovemaking.
First of all, that ankle, it looked decrepit. What did you do to him? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but he's also bleeding from his lips.
Yeah, I don't like anything about him.
She said that they sealed the deal.
Right. That's so funny. I looked at that as you said it.
She's wearing a Gucci scarf and sweater and a jumpsuit. And they're looking at fine diamonds in the window.
Right. And she
says, I like the white diamonds.
And he's basically like, I'm not going to get down on my knee right now and propose to you.
He's like, I don't even have an ankle.
Right. How am I supposed to do this?
So... I don't know what I wrote down. I don't know if this is a quote. It says, come on, what are we going to wear tonight, big boy?
Is that what she said to him?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She's falling for him, though.
So she's falling she's falling now. She hasn't already fallen.
No, she's just wearing pleather latex pants and a bustier.
Okay. Her bustier, I don't know how I haven't seen her nipple. The way that her boobies were out. Because it doesn't fit her, right? It's just too small. So the pants, I am a pro at wearing pants that don't fit me.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So even I was like, all right, you have to let these go.
She's wearing
what was that?
Pleather and latex pants. So now
imagine the sweat.
I don't imagine.
I would drop dead.
So her legs, like the pleather, I guess, like it's stuck on each other, and she goes, sounds like sex.
Yeah, why is she acting like this, like a cornball?
Gross. She always has a frizzy ponytail.
Yeah, she I guess she just doesn't do her hair very much.
I don't know. So he dated this girl, Raquel.
Yeah, I think it's Raquel. Yeah.
For 3 to 4 months, and her and her friend come to the dinner. Now,
they were nice.
Super nice.
Darcey.
Her friend looks like...
The blonde?
Yes. She looks like she's masking. Do you know what masking is?
No.
So I saw it on this, I think it was like a TLC show too. It was like some kind of weird secrets that people have.
Okay.
And there's this thing that men, they wear these giant rubber suits over their entire body to make them look like blow-up dolls.
Really?
Yeah, these... crazy latex suits, and that's what it looked like.
All right, I'll take it. That's I mean, she was They were weird. They were weird women.
Rachel
right.
looks like she was a character on Absolutely Fabulous.
She was. She couldn't
like, darling.
She couldn't fit her lip inside of her champagne glass.
What was with her lips? Was it her lipstick that was happening?
I don't know, but her lip wouldn't go in her glass. Yes.
Tom's outfit looks so cute.
I like his style. I say it all the time.
He looked better. He looked thinner and better than he has ever.
He definitely looked thinner. Sure.
Yeah. Her boobs are spilling out. She's covered in glitter. And so the girl's like, oh, are you guys in a relationship? She's like, yes, we're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts crying.
I don't even know why.
Michelle says that he's disconnected and he's been engaged twice and they left him.
So he is like basically emotionally cut off.
Right.
And
Darcey's emotionally cut on.
He doesn't
like her at all.
He's not into it.
Now, this is what I keep thinking about. She's going to the bathroom. How is she going to pee?
I don't know. Who's going to re-zip her pants?
I have no clue. She doesn't see him with Darcey, the ex-girlfriend.
I don't see them together.
So she says to him, look me in the eye and tell me you love her. And I got to tell you, she's like a little cross-eyed. And I was thinking, like, which eye
How do you look?
Which eye?
Right.
He does not love her.
Just go in the
He's
lower
like, yeah, but
eye.
like, I don't. And she's like, shut up. You don't love her.
He just doesn't want to be alone.
Here's another couple that I don't care about.
I am so tired of them already. Benjamin and Nikini.
Yeah. So they're in Kenya. Why are they filming him showering with his back hair?
There is so much about them I don't care about.
Right? So she's like, you're so white. There's hair everywhere.
She constantly has to say how white he is.
I know.
So we get it.
So he meets her mom and dad and everyone is staring at him. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna meet his mom and dad. So they're sitting at the Blessed Cafe, and she's telling, and everyone in the whole neighborhood is staring at him,
right? Because he's white. They've never seen a white person,
right? So she's like, "Listen, there's a lot of rules about the dinner. Don't touch me,
right?
You better eat most of the food. Don't wink, and you have to sit to the left of my brother." And
but it's like, I need to know what you're making for dinner, then,
right? So she said fish and meat. So she said that the dad is really rough. And if the dad doesn't like him, he has to go home.
Right.
Because he's white, he's divorced, and he has a child. So he's going to his house. He takes off his shoes.
She's setting him up for failure. She knows what's going to happen.
So Mary is her mom, and he doesn't say hi. The mom doesn't say hi.
What? It was so awkward.
So awkward.
Yeah.
There's doilies all over the chairs.
Everywhere.
I love them.
I know. There was doilies everywhere.
Can she make me some doilies?
Why not?
How do I get in touch with her?
A pigeon.
Okay, he says to the family, I don't bite. And then he makes a biting. Okay, yeah.
And then I wanted to crawl into my skin even more. Right.
So the dad is late and they eat on the couch. And they're eating fish brains.
Which seems to be a theme on 90 Day Fiancé.
Everyone eats on the couch. They're eating fish brains.
That's the thing, though. I need to know the menu.
Yeah.
Ahead of time.
So they're being creepy watching him eat the fish.
Right. Because it's a joke. It's like a test. Like,
it is a test.
Oh, is Devon going to eat the octopus that's writhing around?
Right. Is Chantel and her family going to eat the chicken feet?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So the dad is not coming.
I was like, who is Chantel? It took me a minute.
They live in a cinder block fort.
Yes.
The dad isn't coming, and
the fridge is next to the mom. The fridge is legit sitting next to her.
Yeah. So her brother said something super mean,
but what did he say? Did I miss it?
She won't. No, she won't tell him. She won't tell him.
Because I thought I missed it because she's sitting in the alleyway. She's talking to Benjamin. She's saying, my brother said something really mean. It upset me. And I'm thinking like, okay, did I miss something here? Okay.
No, her brother was like, I don't want to be on this show. This is stupid. Why are we pretending?
Right. Pretty much.
Okay. Let's talk about Omar and Avery. I want more of them.
I forgot about them already.
I know, but I want more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I see things happening with them either. I thought they really liked each other, but now it seems to be going weird.
So the mom and Omar have dinner privately.
Right.
Her mother, Terry is the mother. And it's very uncomfortable. So they talk about the dowry.
Which, okay, I thought the dowry was like, when you get married, you have to give the parents.
Right.
I'm not being insensitive, but like, say like a goat.
Yeah.
And
you used, because do you remember David and
Annie?
You had to give him like a yak.
Right. So that's what I was thinking.
Right. But no, a dowry is just like an amount of money.
Yeah. I didn't know that there was a difference.
In all different countries, it's just different. So sometimes you have to give
because Benjamin's talking about a bride price.
Sure. So it's the same thing. It's a dowry. Now, I don't think that they're translating well with each other.
No.
Because her mother is like, oh, so this is just like in case you get divorced.
Right.
Then you pay me?
That's
like,
why I'm confused.
No,
okay.
that's not what it is. But he's saying yes because he doesn't understand what she's saying.
Okay.
So he said that it's like an insurance plan.
Right.
So basically he's supposed to give the money and then she's supposed to put it away in case something bad happens.
Right. Okay.
So that's fine. But she doesn't understand that. She's like, oh, I thought it was like, you pay it to me now.
Right.
But that is what it is.
But that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that is what it is. So she's like,
because she's saying, I don't want to sell my daughter.
Like, is this selling my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, all right, fine. Then $10,000. She's like, I don't want to undersell her. So it turns out he has 4 sisters.
They had a bidding war about Avery, basically.
He has 4 sisters, and he said that one of his sisters got $6,000. So she's like, all right, fine, I'll go down to $6,000.
It didn't take much haggling.
No, not at all. So her fear is Avery won't come back to the U.S., and her mom said that she won't let her live somewhere else. And I got to tell you, I don't think it's going to be a worry because I don't think this guy's going to marry her.
I don't think they're going to get married either.
I think she's just going to go home.
And I think it's better off they don't get married because I think it's just a phase for her.
I think she's going to go home. And what do you think she's going to do next?
I think she's going to go home. I think she's still going to do this for a little while.
The Muslim thing.
But then I think
Kabbalah?
I was thinking maybe like Orthodox Jew.
Ooh, what about Scientology? No, she doesn't have enough money for that.
Who's got the money for that?
That's just true.
I like a good cult though.
I do like a good
Yeah.
Maybe she'll start selling like Arbonne.
Oh yeah, or like
Zango?
LuLaRoe, is that even a thing anymore?
LuLaRoe. Maybe she'll start selling leggings.
Yeah,
that actually goes pretty well with the culture.
So yeah, Scentsy. There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Amazing. Maybe she could sell Mary Kay.
Oh God, they never stop.
This has been such a good episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure that you get tickets to our live show if you are in or around New York City. We have people flying in from all over the country and actually from other countries as well.
I can't believe that someone's coming from another country. That's true.
People are coming from other countries, guys. Make sure that you are there. You're going to have the most amazing time there. So you can go to TracyCarnazzo.com and make sure you're following us on social media at 90 Day Podcast.
We can't wait to see you guys.
Can't wait. Make sure you're joining our group on Facebook, 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.